Okay, so in this video, we're going to be going through 10 Roblox games that have now died. You heard me correctly. 10 Roblox games that were once a thing,
that now has demolished into deepest, darkest depths of Roblox.
Sounds like my grandparents' house. Do let me know if you guys have played any of these games that are going to be featuring in this video. And without further ado, let's get into this. Coming in at number 10 is Rainbow Friends. Now, I think that you can all agree with me that Rainbow Friends has such a high potential, but what it is lacking is updates. Last updated 22nd of the 5th, 2024. That is a good 4 months ago. And so far, only 2 chapters have come out. Now, this game was created by Roy and Charcoal, and this game has been visited 3.6 billion times. But at the time of this recording, there is only 11,134 people currently playing the game, which, if you ask me, is not entirely a lot. The game has been favorited just over 3 million times, but with its lack of updates, the game has a rating of 82%. Will Rainbow Friends Chapter 3 ever come out? Yeah, probably in the long run. Moving on to number 9, and that is Flee the Facility. Now, Flee the Facility is a game that has been created by AW Apps, and at the current time of this recording, there is only 8,198 players currently active. Another game that is also lacking in updates. Last updated the 12th of the 3rd, 2024. So that is at the beginning of March. That is insane. Yes, I understand that this is an incredibly old game. A game that I also believe potentially won Game of the Year in around 2016 or 2017 in the BeDW Awards. Do fact check me on that one though. I am not 100% sure on that. The game has been visited 4.5 billion times and has just under 9 million favorites, giving the game a 92% like rate. Well, at least it's a game that is liked more than Rainbow Friends. Moving on to number 8, and that is Jailbreak. Now, Jailbreak currently has 12,288 players currently active at the time of this recording, with an absolute staggering just over 18 million favorites and just over 7 billion visits. This game was created back in 2017 and was last updated in April this year. The game that was created by BeDW has now notched up 87% like rate, which, if you ask me, is pretty good going. Moving on to number 7, and that is Tower of Hell. Now, this game has not massively died out just yet, but when you put this into mind that this game is the 3rd most played game ever on Roblox. The game currently sits at only 16,676 players currently playing the game at the time of this recording. The only issue is with the bots that do get on this game, their game is currently sat at a 74% like rate. I mean, I'm probably one of those dislikes because I am one of those bots that get right near the top and then die. The game again just has over 23 billion visits. Now, the interesting thing with this one is that this game was last updated on the 10th of September 2024, which is today. So the game is still currently being updated. When was the last update before that? I am not entirely sure. Did we just catch Tower of Hell on a good day, or is it updated rather frequently? Make sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Moving on to number 6, and that is Piggy. Yes, this one breaks my heart a little bit to put this one on here, but it's only a matter of time before this game hits the roof again. The game, created by good old Minitoon, has just over 11 million favorites. Now, if you're new to this channel, Piggy is the game that I have mostly covered in this channel. The game has just over 13 billion visits and was created back in January of 2020. The game was last updated on the 10th of September 2024, which, if you knew, was today. So what have they updated on the game, huh? Maybe I need to get back onto this and check this out. But Piggy was once a game that was striving in the COVID years, but due to its storyline being finished, Piggy updates did become scarce. It's just that I know that this game is not updated very often. However, it has been updated today. The game's like rate sits at 89%, which, if you ask me, for a game that you die a fair bit in, is pretty good going. Coming in at number 5, and that is Arsenal. Now this game was created by Rolve, or Rolve, however you pronounce the name. At the time of this recording, there is currently only 5,254 active players on the game. The game has just over 5.5 billion visits, and the game was created way back in 2015 in the August. Again, another game that has been updated on the day of this recording. What is going on here? This is crazy. The game has just over 11 million favorites, and considering you die an absolute awful lot, this game is rated an 88%. I feel like Arsenal is one of those games that is just a Roblox game. Do you know what I mean? When you think of Roblox, you think of Arsenal, you think of Adopt Me, you think of Tower of Hell, Murder Mystery 2. This is just one of those games, and to see it doing so low nowadays than what it once was way back in the day, yeah, it's pretty sad. Moving on to number 4, and that is Bed Wars. Now the interesting thing about Bed Wars is that this game is still getting updates every Friday, and at the time of this recording there are still 23,459 people playing this game, which in fairness is pretty good going. The game has just over 4 million favorites with, again, just over 9 billion visits. So why was Bed Wars so popular back in the day? Well, I believe that that's because Bed Wars went kind of crazy on Minecraft at one point. Roblox then decided to steal it. Sorry, shouldn't say Roblox, I should be saying Easy GG, and then decided to create it for themselves over on Roblox. Now, out of my 10 games that are going to be dying, I would say that this is probably the game that is still going the most strongest. But just to consider the amount of players that were playing this back when this game did officially come out, in comparison as to how many is playing it now, is pretty crazy. And considering this game is updated every Friday, this game also adds to that list of being updated on the day of this recording. So why is this game doing so much less players than it once was? Well, I guess because Minecraft kind of died out on the Bed Wars side of things, and it's only natural for things to die out. I mean, you have to do very, very well for a game to really stick going and doing really well consistently and even growing. Okay, so we're moving into our final 3. Now, sitting at number 3 is Natural Disaster Survival. Now, this game was created by Stickmaster Luke, and at the time of this recording has just under 6,000 players playing the game. 5,989 to be precise. I think that one could be the lowest of the videos so far. The game has just over 3 billion visits with 10 million favorites, and this is one thing that I did not realize. This game was created back in 2008. That is almost 20 years ago. So when we get to 2028, this game will officially become 20 years old. That is insane. The game is sitting at an around 90% like rate, and it was one of those games that everybody played at one point. But now it just seems to be one of those games that you really don't get an awful lot of people playing. I guess just because the whole Roblox graphics and the way of gameplay has just evolved over time. I just feel like Natural Disaster is just not a game that has also evolved at the same time of Roblox. Natural Disasters kind of seems stuck in its way, and it still seems very old school. I mean, update the graphics, update the gameplay a little bit, and I think that you've got yourself a winner again. But I think it might just be stuck in its date. Coming in at number 2 is MeeP City. Now, this one is probably the game that has died out the most in this list. This game has just over 16 billion visits, and it was created back in February 2016. Now, this game is still getting updates. It got an update just last month. MeeP City was created by Alex Neutron, and currently at the time of this recording there are only 2,964 people playing this game, which, let's be honest, is not a lot at all. The game has just under 15 million favorites, and it currently sits at an 85% like rate. So why is the game doing so badly now? Well, if you're a MeeP City fan, then please make sure to let me know in the comment section down below, why is this game doing so bad? And finally, in at number 1 is Arm Wrestle Simulator. Now, this game isn't doing massively bad, and it is still getting its updates. The game has almost 1 billion visits, with favorites sitting at 878,201. The game, created by Kubo Games, currently has 7,771 players current at this moment in time. The game is still being updated as we go, but I just remember a few months ago, or years, well, it wasn't really years because it was created back in 2023, but a few months ago, this game was really hitting Roblox, and now you don't see Arm Wrestle Simulator at all really anywhere. This game has a very high like rate at 95%, but it is one of the quieter games on this list now, with only just under 8,000 players currently playing. But what did you think about my list? Did you agree with my list? Did you disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. We're all entitled to our opinions over here, including me. Nope, I'm only joking. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to be using star code Antixx when you're buying Robux Premium. If you are, please make sure to be sending me some pictures of you guys using my star code so that I can send you a massive thank you. And until the next one, we'll see you guys then.